Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Child of Light. I'm Koala.
And I am Bear.
Last time we fought Peter... What are we in?
Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin? We might have already done that one. I don't know, whatever. So we fought Peter Griffin, and now we're at the Temple of the Moon, which is supposed to take us back home from, in the story. So first, as always, let's go to the skill tree. Because everyone gained at least a level, so...
You did. You got 17,000 experience? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. So, just...
Pretty baller.
Take some time to level stuff up. So we're gonna go into the Temple of the Moon.
Temple of the Moon. Ooh, fancy.
So there's another fountain that lets her see into like the real world, so to speak, where her dad is.
Right.
Do you wanna?
Yep, I'll do it. Nora, father is dying. The dam has burst. Floodwaters are rising.
We are nearly home. There, no crying. So essentially her home is in dire straits and she needs to go back quickly. But
Did she look sad? Did she when she stops? Is she
what?
When she stops before her character model, is she?
No.
Oh, it looked like she was like bending over, like being really.
Maybe
sad.
when she was slowing down like that, kind of like.
Oh yeah. I was like, wow, that's pretty sad.
Something I would do. Pro tip. Take everything off of Nora. Just saying.
Giggity.
Take it sexually if you'd like.
Well, I mean, since we're on the whole Peter Griffin, that's
right.
the first thing that came to mind.
But thank goodness we are here at last. Aurora, it's time to say goodbye. Be fast.
Also, viewers can't see, but you looked at me, I looked at you, and saying giggity was the obvious next step.
Right.
He.
So anyway,
Or should I say?
yeah. So essentially, we're gonna have to say goodbye to everybody. So
Aww.
we can continue being Aurora.
Good fortune, enterprising Robert.
My venture has gone bust. Margaret, adieu.
Stop being ridiculous. I would invest in you.
So
Robert has left the party. Take care, Gruffin.
You're leaving us? What'll I do? I'm afraid.
I must go home to my family. It's as simple as that. We all must learn to be brave. Man, everyone's just dropping.
Right? So we're going to Tristus. I don't know why he's sad, because he just joined us, so it's like,
Right.
why is he fucking crying?
Should be sad now. Oh
Yeah.
wait, that won't change.
Yeah.
Right? Melancholy Tristus, do not cry.
Abandoned once more, not a surprise.
We all are in the end. The trick is to remain happy while we are alive. That's profound.
Yeah. Do not fear, I've lived to fight on against the dark, and make the future slightly less stark. So now Tristus left, and now Rubella.
Farewell, fierce Rubella.
Smack in the middle of our adventure. You're leaving just like that?
Tumble on without me. Make it even better.
So now everybody's left.
Everybody gone.
So now we're gonna have to say goodbye. Oh, Aurora, search the sky, because I don't see the highest of the high.
Ignoculus, goodbye.
I'll miss you.
Aww.
So now we go through the gate that will take us home. So
I will miss
so
you.
now essentially we're like in the foyer just before the. Oop. So now this is the end of our adventure. You are so good-hearted and charitable, Aurora. But some people are different from you. And no matter what you say or do, nothing will ever get through. Do not waste your time explaining. Life is too short to be so accommodating. We no longer have to roam or go on through. This is the magic mirror home. I shall follow you. So essentially this is going to take us home, and this will be the end of our adventure.
Oh.
So now we go through the mirror. That flood really fucked shit up, right?
Really? Whoa.
So that's her stepmother. Aurora, what a surprise. I don't know why I made her British. I tried to make her like Cruella de Vil, but, you know, it didn't really kind of work out.
Where am I? Where is father?
Resting his eyes. Hold her.
What are you doing? That's an appropriate just response for ... Family first, now and forever.
I'm sorry, Aurora. We are not together.
Sister Nora.
Nox is my real name. You I admire, but you are not family. Through my blood I am royalty. And I am Umbra the Queen. That lowly marriage to your father was a fantasy.
This is blasphemy.
Rude creature, I will stop the breath in your throat. And for your father such agony. Those arms you cling to bone shall be. That is what comes of a weak family. I am the rightful ruler of Lemuria. You are my enemy's daughter.
What has my father done?
Who? That old squatter? You do not know? Your mother banished mine from Lemuria long ago.
My mother, she hadn't that power.
That witch, we laid her low. Ha! That fallen queen of Lemuria was my foe. And therefore you, her daughter, have to go.
Whoa. That escalated quite quickly.
Right? You're thinking you're going home and shit, but it turned out not only that your sister betrayed you, but pretty much like your entire family kind of betrayed you.
Right, man.
What? Protect a spell? In her false crown it lies. Guard, to the tower with her until she dies. In the meantime, her torture I advise.
Ooh. And that actually was a fade to white, actually.
Yeah.
A little bit different. Symbolism.
Symbolism. But yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I was playing this, I was like, wait, really? Really? I mean, it was a good thing from like a storytelling perspective, considering the fact that I wasn't expecting it whatsoever. But, you know, it's kind of shitty, just because I thought like, oh, okay, the game's over. But then again, I was thinking like, that was a really crappy... Peter Griffin was really crappy boss of a game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like,
thought that was just
speaking.
a middle management boss, not a CEO boss.
Yeah. But yeah, this is essentially Aurora talking to her mom.
Her mom, right. I do admire this, the amount of artistic work put into
like the art style.
Yeah, I do like.
No,
it.
it really, yeah, it's like all this like painted.
With these, are those like streams in the back?
What, the black streaks that are going up?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
It's interesting. Sort of.
But while you're out playing, jumping up and down, your mom, like, fell.
Yeah.
So essentially you're having memories of your mom.
Right. And then comes back.
So essentially, your mom cast a spell so that when she died, she cast like a protective spell on her, so that if anything happened to her, she would just come here. So it kind of explains why she came here in the first place. But yeah, the first time this happened, I was like, well, this took a turn for the worse. Like a big turn for the worse.
Went from saying goodbye to everyone to just straight twist and turn, and it pulls on your heartstrings. Man, I didn't see that coming. And look at that guard. Man,
yeah,
huge.
I heard it played by my lady, the Queen of Light. You are her child who fights the dark. You will stop the fiendish night.
How can I? A little girl who has lost her way. I simply want to go home.
Coward! Is that what your mother would say if she were alive today? You have to leave your castle to face the world on your own, for what it is truly to find your real home. If I aid you, swear to me, you will the darkness fight.
Yeah,
wow, that was awkward. to save our land and our people, our light.
I swear it.
Now, be strong. Get ready for battle. I will free you from your shackle. So at least there is some hope.
Oh, I actually heard an interesting quote the other day.
What's that?
From darkness comes light.
Yeah.
It's kind of a deep thing.
All right, so now I want you to pronounce this person's name.
Oh, I used to know how to pronounce that with the accent,
Yeah.
but I don't know anymore. So it's like Angus.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would assume.
Yeah, it's not right.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was like you had an answer.
No, it's one of those names where you like read it and you're like, okay, and then you have a pronunciation in your head, but you never actually say it out loud. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like in my head, that's what I made mine like out to be, Angus.
Yeah. Angus beef.
But I mean I'm probably wrong.
No, we're both probably wrong, but at least we'd be wrong together.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't make it right, but at least.
Yeah, at least. So yeah, now we're in a new area. So normally speaking, I'd be able to easily get these orbs with Nicholas, but he's not with us, and that's actually part of the reason why I told you to get rid of all the oculi for Nora or Nox, is because she essentially whatever you gave her, she would take it and you would never get it back. And I remember I gave her some like the best ass because I gave her some of the best stuff, and I like stacked all of my characters because I thought, hey, no one's gonna leave our party, and plus she's all about like status inducing stuff, so I just gave her a bunch of stuff.
Right.
And then she left. It's just like what the fuck?
Yeah,
what?
That's not okay.
Yeah. So now we have Angus, and then we have this new enemy, who.
That is a.
It's kind of like it's like a bony bird, like a bone bird.
Okay.
Soldier kind of a thing.
Whoa. How about Jack?
Jack,
like from Pirates of the Caribbean.
What, how does that remind you?
Oh
of Jack?
no! Shoot, I was thinking of the monkey. Dang it.
The monkey Jack.
Yeah, the monkey Jack. It's like we named him Jack, but that's a monkey. I was thinking of the.
No. They call out Jack, and then he turns around in response. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I was calling the monkey."
The monkey. Yeah. No,
Sorry.
but that's a monkey. What about the parrot? The parrot that was on his shoulder, the captain's shoulder in Pirates of the Caribbean. Remember the one that couldn't talk?
Oh, that guy? I forget what his name is. I know exactly who you're talking about. You'd
That's
be like,
what I
sail the
wanted.
shores,
Yeah,
sail the shores!
Yeah. That's what
or
I
you'd be
wanted.
like, oh, and then you fly away.
yeah. You know, I had a great option right there, and I just messed it up. I fumbled because I did not know the name.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That happens all the time.
I'm just gonna go with Jack.
Right.
Sucks. But at least we all know what I meant.
Right.
And I should get a consolation prize for that.
Right.
A participation ribbon.
Reward.
Because
Right.
everyone's a winner, except if you're a loser.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a fan of that whole like everybody's a winner. Like no, like especially like in children's sports and stuff like that. It's like no, that's like oh everyone's nice and friendly and everyone wins and stuff like that. And like no.
Yeah, I bet everyone has like a whole drawer full or a whole wall full of participation trophies.
Right. No, but like,
and I'm sure also championship trophies as well. But you know, everyone gets a prize.
Right. No, I'm saying it from the standpoint of like, you know, participation and stuff is good in the sense that like, well, some people don't agree with it. I know personally for me, like after like when I played soccer, after a long season of hard work and everything, just having that was just a confirmation of like the work I did. Some people would disagree, saying like you only deserve something as long as you did something. You know what I mean? Like you won or something. You don't really deserve like a medal or a trophy or something when you didn't actually really win anything. You just won because you played.
Right.
You know, but I don't know. I kind of just am against the whole idea of like coddling everything, like how parents are like super defensive, like everything offends everyone, and like how it's like affects their child and stuff like that.
It's funny because I think that came out of good intentions.
Yeah.
But it's sort of gone the opposite end of what they were trying to achieve.
Right.
Because you have two ends. One being no one gets any sort of coddling, and then there's the other end where it's just too much coddling.
Right.
And then when you aim for the middle, sometimes that goes the wrong way.
Right.
And then you have too much coddling.
Right.
And then that's when you see the participation ribbons and the whole everyone gets a prize concept.
Right, right.
Yeah. It comes out from a good place. It's just it has its effects.
Right.
You know, I've had some ribbons. I remember I played baseball when I was a kid. I played baseball like when I was 7 or something.
Oh, did you really?
Like first grade, yeah. Did I never tell you this?
That. No.
Yeah, I played
I just
baseball.
assumed that you never did anything.
All right, moving on. Look at this nice oculi.
They're so purple.
I hate you. I hate you.
I'm sorry.
Let's all pretend and move on like nothing happened. I'm not gonna tell my story now. There wasn't much to it, but anyway. Now I'm just so hurt.
So wait, did you ever get,
I'm so sensitive because I never got my participation ribbons.
So wait, did you?
And I never had coddling.
So wait, did you get a like a baseball trophy or whatever?
Yeah, I did.
I
in my
didn't.
room.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You
I
know,
never saw it.
The whole stack of things that I had when I was in elementary school.
Oh.
Had a trophy. I played 2 seasons, but again, that was just more of. We didn't win anything. Actually, our team was pretty crappy.
Really?
Think about it. Yeah. We had one that was good and one that was just absolutely atrocious, and I didn't help either of them apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty bad. I was a little kid, and just not good at it. And I think my dad wanted someone, like one of his kids.
Right.
One of his 2 kids to play a sport that was baseball.
Oh,
And
your dad pushed
so-
towards that?
Sort of. And plus, I didn't really play a sport at the time.
Right.
Most kids have. I'm not saying. I can't say most. I would say kids in a general sense.
Right.
Have a sport that they like. I didn't have any. And so that was.
I thought that was like Taekwondo
Dissolution.
for you.
That was later on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was later on. I would say Taekwondo was the one that I stuck with the most. Because I actually liked it a lot. And
I mean, that's what counts,
kicked
right?
ass, yo, and in sparring. It's pretty cool. Also, I was like bigger than most kids at that age.
That's probably why.
That's probably why, yeah. No, but I was sparring against people that were significantly older than me because they try to match you up by skill.
Right.
And height also takes into consideration.
Right.
So as a 10, 12-year-old who was taller than my peers, I was sparring against 14-year-olds, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but when
and Taekwondo is a lot of like grappling and like wrestling down people down and stuff like that.
That's actually other types of martial arts. Taekwondo is more of the like mid-range combat, so you have kicks and punches, but there's no like it's not any close range.
Well, I mean, like, but with Taekwondo, it's a lot of like you try to trip your opponent and then pin them down on the ground or something, or like you try to essentially grapple them to a point of submit. Well, then
that's the like jiu-jitsu and stuff.
Oh,
jiu-jitsu is more well that it kind of goes hand in hand with that, but that's more of the again close range combat martial arts, whereas Taekwondo is actually more the mid range.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, for instance, you have the gear, and you can spar. Punch to the chest is a point. Kick to the chest is a point. Kick to the head is 2. Jump kick to the head is 3. That was the scoring back then. But yeah, that's how it worked, and there wasn't really any like sort of like submission or anything like that.
Oh, I thought it was like. Oh, I guess never mind. I guess I was thinking of something.
That would have been a lot of fun.
But in that case, well, then again, if I feel like in either case, being taller helps, because if it's like mid-range stuff where you're kicking and punching, naturally by being taller you have longer limbs, and then you'd be able to reach the opponent.
Yeah. No, that definitely helped a lot, especially with the kicks. Again, the scoring wise, because kicks and punches and all that sort of, like kick to the head was 2 points. So
right. So having that ability definitely helped.
Yeah, and so that's why I was sparring against 14-year-olds. So again, that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're 10, 11 years old, that 4-year difference, even 2-year difference, is a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of the same way for me, because back in the day, I used to get swim lessons from the Y, but when I got those swim lessons, it was, I guess there's only swim lessons for like kids that were like a year or two younger than me. Yeah. Because I guess I wasn't my parents saw me as not a very effective swimmer. But I got into these lessons, so I was older than these kids, so like, the teacher would be like, help them, like, they would kind of walk them along, kind of make sure that they kept their form and like kind of stand under like next to them and keep their arms underneath them so they didn't just sink. Right. Just kind of keep kind of as like a safety net. And I remember for me, like they're just like, all right, just go, and like whatever they gave me, they just had me. Whatever they gave the other students, they gave me double, just because of the fact that they thought I was older. Right. So like they would be like, okay, just swim a quarter of the pool, and they'll be like, all right, swim half the pool, or like swim the whole length of the pool.
Right.
So I'll be there like 6 years old, and they'll be like, all right, swim the length of the pool, and I'm just like, okay, sure.
That threw me in for a loop too, because when I was also taking swimming lessons, I was pretty old as well. Really? Yeah.
But I guess we can just talk about that next episode, because we're kind of running a little bit over. So,
yep.
I guess thanks for everyone for tuning in, sticking around. This was a little bit more of a plot-driven episode, so not as much action. But stay tuned for the next episode of Child of Light. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.